Good morning.
Hello.
This is the first day of the Dukes of New York Epic Walk. You may remember us from such films as Dukes of New York Practice Walk 1.
And also Dukes of New York, Who's Are Those Crisps? I didn't pack those in my bag. No way.
So we're just starting at the corner of Rushmere Heath, which is where the Sandlings walk starts. But because we're so hardcore and walking to Southwold isn't enough for us, we've already walked about a mile or two just to get to this point. So this is the grand marker for the start of the walk. There's nothing really. There's nothing, but we've looked at the map and we know we're in the right place.
We're expecting a big send-off and no one came. No one was bothered.
We were barely bothered ourselves, to be honest. But, no, that's a joke. We're in this for the long haul, so.
That's right.
Let me see. Time check is 9:23. So shall we crack on?
Let's do this thing.
Let's do it. Oh, there is.
Drop off ration.
Is it a Vulcan?
Can we see it? Vulcan to the sky.
Yeah.
Let's get that beast.
Right, we found something of significance to mark the kind of start of the route now. There's these stone sandlings. There's supposed to be 12 of them along the route, so number one in our collection. With a bit of luck we'll see the lot. One in a series of 12. Oh good, that makes me happy that we're starting with number one. Welcome to William's Winter Wonderland. It's started snowing, as is tradition on our walks.
Forecast says no snow. Will and Pip say
Very pretty, very chilly. Yeah. So we're approaching Martlesham, so I think we'll duck into Tesco's for supplies and
warm sausage.
yeah. Snow avoidance tactics.
Salvation is here.
Woo! Yeah, we're going to go foraging for food. See what we can find. No, this is not day two. We've just come out of Tesco and the sun's out and it's a bright summer's day. But what a mission it was in Tesco.
It's probably harder than following the route and follow the route in Tesco.
Could not find anything. Anyway, we're back on the path. We have supplies. We have fish. We have bread. Most importantly, we have Snickers.
And crisps.
Oh, and crisps. How could I forget?
And tissues.
Oh, yes. A massive box of tissues. For poor Will's nose.
Wake me up at sunrise, spend another day on the ground. We're nearly at the end, but there's so many sights to be found. In sunshine and in rain, another car, another day is still the same. On our way to LA. Touching down at night time, feeling that we just can't fail. But when I saw your intentions, your hand took the wind from our sails. Is this the way you treat every traveler you meet along the way? On our way to LA.
I think it's fair to say we're looking forward to lunch. Gonna stop down near Woodbridge somewhere. So you've just caught us in time for today's episode of Saturday Kitchen. And today's guest chef is Will Hesse. His specialty, he is taking us to food heaven today, and he has opted for the pre-sliced Warburton's roll with John West tuna steak in sunflower oil. We shall shortly be following that up with a pack of Golden Wonder crisps. We've gone a bit underground there and gone for Golden Wonder instead of Walkers. Do you want to use the knife? We'll join him again in a minute. Hang on. Right, here is the complete article after a few awkward moments there involving a knife. Yeah, eventually came up with this. The classic tuna and crisp sandwich, which I think has hit the spot.
I'm just scraping tuna from the tin with the crisp, like a tramp.
Well, the sun's out, but it's not as warm as it looks, believe me. More snow, no more sun. Well chilled Nipsey. God, yeah, I'm risking an ungloved hand to video this, so I think it's better put it away. Bob Fleming. The Wilford Bridge.
It's calling.
In the bayou.
Louisiana.
Yeah, the Louisiana swamps.
We're meeting up with Steven Seagal at the jam with his band in Louisiana, as he likes to say.
Squeal like a pig.
It's just to come tonight in the tent.
Interesting name for a house. I think Will's going to knock at the door and see what happens inside. Yes, 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 the birdie sign. We are on track. But we've walked, I don't know, got very much over 10 miles, maybe close to 15, and we still haven't seen another stone budgie.
It's disgusting.
It is. It's
Unless
disappointing.
This is where it was. There was mass grading.
Just quickly film a pig. This is a bit of an invasion of privacy. See, it's auto blurring to protect their modesty.
Come on.
Hello. Here is our tent. It's nearly done. Nearly.
It's getting there.
It's a bit high rise, but the very kind gentleman has offered us 2 cups of tea. There's lots of love.
His love tea.
At St Margaret's, it's very good. Everyone's very friendly. I'm so scared. That's Will's diary cam. My voice is gradually going. I'm gradually turning from Will, high-voiced singer man, into Barry White, lover man. So that's not so good. But a hot dinner is calling me. The tent is up. Pip's now having a shower. I'm going to brave the shower next to wash my filthy body, and then hopefully a hot dinner will await me and warm my innards, because they are quite cold. It's quite freezing. This is the tent anyway. It's Philip's side. is my side, and a healthy ravine in the middle to keep us separate. Here's my view outside of the tent. There is the sun, which has been absent all day long, and has gratefully made an appearance. Here's my other window to the world. Opposite in case you can't see, it's like a church graveyard. But that's okay. Zombies aren't real. Are they?
Oh, it's cold. It's so cold. Those were my feet. I'm not sure if they're still attached. My little empty booties. I've got this big old chunky army sleeping bag that will hopefully do the job tonight. And I will also be using the Force to keep warm in these lovely pyjama bottoms. A classic design, I think you'll all agree. I think I'll probably be wearing a bit more. Woolen welly socks, a fleece, a couple of shirts. Good morning everyone, welcome to day 2. We had a bit of snow in the night. Towel was left out a bit and it's a bit snowy and frozen solid. But I think it's fair to say we slept not too badly.
Too bad.
Yes. It's surprising how cosy you can get with half a dozen layers of fleece.
How was your hydration yesterday?
It was good, thank you, Isabel. I kept you in mind with every sip.
Yes, I should introduce our care worker, Isabel. Supporting us on day release today.
I need to be told when to drink water.
Yeah. She's in charge of fluids. So we've had a good start, we've had a big breakfast. Well, I've had a normal breakfast. Will's also had a very small breakfast.
Yeah, there weren't any crisps in the breakfast. No.
Yeah, if this is number 3 and we've missed number 2, then I'm going to have to turn around and go back.
Do you want to move the front for photographic beauty?
This is oh, it doesn't. It's not numbered. It says this is one of a series of 12.
Oh well.
Nightjar and moth sculptures. Okay.
And moth.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. So we don't know which one it is. We may have missed the load.
I
But
don't think it's a moth. It's a nightjar.
Mothra, perhaps.
Mumra.
Oh yeah, it's not a nightjar or a moth or a traditional British kind of wildlife item. Oh, I get it. Croc and a croc. See what they've done there.
Very hard thinking there.
Yeah. There's a plaque. There's a plaque. A plaque. Oh, is that it?
One of a series of 12.
One of a series of 12.
But we won't tell you which.
No. So, nightjar then. Maybe it's a nightjar eating a moth. I'm sure it's chewing. It looks like it's got its cheeks full. So we are Blacksall Common or Blacksall Heath.
No pictures, no pictures.
Uh-oh. Don't be a tosser. Or is it just... Hang on, it might be iced tea. Summer punch. Yeah, there's a possibility that it might... Oh no, it's still lemonade, isn't it? Hey, it's probably not supposed to be that colour.
Could be factory summer punch or a man's
Yeah.
homemade summer punch.
Snape. Well, it must be one, but it hasn't got a plaque, has it?
No.
Hello.
No.
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 Are we all impressed? God. Oh, not too far. Ah, the house in the clouds. Means we're at the arse end of Thorpeness Mere. Oh. Are we in here? No. Oh, it's a glorious sight, that side. And here we are, set up for the walking day. Bit of tape there. Plasters across the back. Blister plasters under the heel. Blister plasters under the ball of the foot. So I'll get socks on in a second to hold everything in place, and then hopefully I can still fit my feet into my boots. Oh, our first glimpse of the North Sea. And it's fresh. Much like us. Isn't that right, William? Fresh as a daisy. Oh, he did sleep better. But could always do with a bit more. There's Sizewell A, look. We're off on the hunt for breakfast, which may be cooked, or it may, be a cereal bar from my backpack. I'm pleased to report that the cafe was open and we didn't have to resort to cereal bar breakfast.
Suzanne was very helpful.
she was, yes. So it was English breakfasts with a side portion of paracetamol for me and ibuprofen for Will.
Yeah, so it's nice to be different, isn't it?
Spicing it up a bit there. So here we have the lovely Sizewell A and Sizewell B. No C just yet. Well, there's the C. So funny. Funny. Yeah, I think it's important that you see this. It's the hardships we have to go through. It's snowing again. Third day running. Oh, ow, ow, ow. And it hurts on my face. That is all. It's a summer's day this side of Sizewell. Snow's gone and the sun has come out. We are at Eastbridge, home to the Eelsfoot pub, which is closed. Even if we were tempted. We're having a big push onto Dunwich, try and get a few miles under our belt before we stop again. Is it straight on or is it up there? Straight, I suppose. There's no post, is there? Yeah. Well, go on then.
We are here at the damn bridge. So we need to and along here.
Through the forest.
I'm hoping Southwold is here, but I don't think it is. I think it's about over here.
Yeah. Dunwich Heath. Right. Dunwich, what is it? Dunwich Cottages thing, Lighthouse Cottages.
Yes.
Coast Guard Cottages, I think. And we found another one of these bad boys. Looks a bit peckish. I think this will be our lunch stop as well. Yes. And then it's out across the heath again.
aboard the harbour.
The Harbour of Doom as well.
Harbour of Doom. And they may encounter people who won't say afternoon when you say afternoon to them because they're so posh. They've got flat caps, posh jackets on, they can't possibly speak to you in case you're trampling or low class.
There has been a noticeable decline in the number of hellos and good afternoons since we've got closer to it. Ta-da! The bridge does exist. Doubters! Well, admittedly, there weren't many.
It's auntie. It exists.
There weren't many doubters, but yes, it's definitely still here. No sign of it giving way.
Hang on. No, it's still there.
We found another one. Here it is. And we're nearly done. Just on the edge of Southwold. The finish line, or what we have declared to be the finish line anyway. Under Will's instruction, the pub marks the end. Fairview minis out. Yay. Nice one, chap.
It's good. Long.
It was all good. It wasn't all. It was mostly good.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Dukes of New York Sandlings Walk Catch-Up. I'm your host Will Hesse, and my special guest tonight is Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, also known as Philip.
That's right, what? AKA Philip Bradbrook. Pip to his friends.
Philip to the others, yes.
That's right. But you can call me John.
So we're a few days on now. We've had a bit of time to recover.
Yes.
Tea is a good medicine, I find.
What injuries did you have at the end, Pip?
Well, interesting you asked that, William. I had quite a number of blisters, which I could show you now. In fact, I did show on an earlier clip, which may or may not make the final cut.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly blisters, a little bit of muscle pain, and dicky knee, really. And yourself?
Yes, well, day 2 was the mother, and I got blisters on both feet from that one, which were rather painful, and on the first day my left knee went out. But that was to be expected, so I had strapping to overcome the weak left knee. And yeah, apart from that, that was about it really, got unscathed there.
Yeah, day 2 was quite hard going, but so the first one was the shorter day, I think. I haven't actually measured exactly how long it was.
Which day?
The first day.
No, not
I
exactly.
think it was something like 16 to 18 miles.
I think it was. I think I worked out day 2 was 27.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes, that felt like 27. So it was Ipswich to Shottersham on the first day, across Rushmere Heath, out through Kesgrave.
Yeah, through the golf course, wasn't it?
Started spotting the concrete markers, the various sculptures along the route, which I don't know how many we clocked up in the end, about 5 or 6, not the full 12, was it?
No.
But then on through to Martlesham, in the snow at that point.
Yes, because at that point the snow came and then went, and then came and went. It was pretty much that the whole 3 days.
Yeah, plenty of snow. Stopped at Martlesham Tesco's for some supplies.
So that was where we really needed a map, because we couldn't find anything in Tesco.
Yeah, that was the most difficult part of the whole walk, actually.
It was. That was tricky. So we were sold the idea of these packs of tuna, which are kind of like cat food packs, and we thought, yeah, it'd be a good idea, get some rolls. But we couldn't find them. We could only find tins. And with the talk of tuna, the cat has appeared. And then, yeah, we went on from there, didn't we? Towards Woodbridge.
Yep, Woodbridge round to Melton, more snow, more cold wind, through to Bromswell, into Rendlesham Forest, across the golf course and down to Shottersham.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And we were, I think it's fair to say, we were well chilled by the time we arrived.
Yes.
Absolutely freezing. Yeah, by the time we got the tent up, it was difficult to do anything with my hands. We did have a friendly camper, well, a caravaner nearby, brought us some cups of tea, because we obviously looked in need of some
Very
warmth.
frozen. Which is at St Margaret's campsite in Shottersham, because we'd like to thank them as well.
Very nice campsite.
For having us there, because we couldn't get our original campsite, but there was plenty of charitable room for us at St Margaret's.
Yeah.
So we have no complaints there.
Nice warm showers.
Yes, that was the only way to warm up.
Yeah. Well, you say the only way, we did kind of go to the pub for a bit.
We did. I wonder what you were going to say then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we sneaked off to the Shottersham Sorrel Horse, sat in front of their open fire for a bit and had dinner.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
We thank them as well for lovely food and hospitable nature.
Yeah, we had a pint in there and defrosted ourselves, and then unfortunately had to go back to the freezing tent. Yeah. My favourite bit, which I've had to tell everyone already so far, is next morning waking up to find the towels frozen solid. I thought that was a good demonstration of just how hard we had it.
Yes, it had snowed again in the night, hadn't it?
Yeah, oh yes it did.
I found it a bit tricky with the sleeping. On the first night, I woke up and thought it must have been about 4 in the morning, and it wasn't even midnight. And then couldn't really get back to sleep again. I had the Van Halen song, Dance the Night Away, in my head, and it wouldn't go away. So I was just dancing the night away in my tent.
It's a long old night.
It was. I think I slept, so I'm sure I probably did at some point, but I can't really remember.
I did hear a little bit of snoring, so...
Okay.
And then, yeah, the next morning, the only sensible thing to do was to return to the pub for cooked breakfast and more open fire action.
Indeed. It'd been rude not to.
Yeah, whilst listening to the tales of the group of, I don't know what they were, farmers perhaps. There was a lot of green and tweed going on.
It was, and big trucks.
Yes, which kept us amused over breakfast.
Yes, because you can't beat a good listen in on someone else's conversation.
A bit of earwigging.
Which I did in Woodbridge, because we did nip in to the tea hut for a warming cup of tea after lunch, and I did have a good nose at the people next to us in their conversation about cowboy builders. So cowboy builders, farmers in willies, just riveting conversation really.
Much like this video.
Indeed. If this were a commentary, then you would have turned off by now. Or not even bothered. It's all good. But yes, then Isabel and Julie turned up, didn't they? So Isabel, she joined us, didn't she? And made lunch, which is always a treat.
Yes.
It saves us having to open a tin of tuna.
And eat it with a crisp.
Yes.
Yes, I forgot about that little beauty.
That's right.
Who needs tools when you've got crisps?
That's right. Well, that's crisps, obviously.
You should always have a bag of crisps about your person, just in case of emergency.
Swiss Army crisps. It's a new invention coming out.
Eating, cutting wood, gouging out eyes, all that kind of stuff.
That's right. I couldn't quite get the tuna out of my tin, so I had to have a cutting crisp to ease my lunch into my bap. So to speak.
Yes. And
then we set off from there, didn't we?
We did. We set off. We had to walk a couple of miles to get back to the Sandlings trail. Actually, we deviated a bit to get to campsite. Yeah, so we ploughed on from there really. Headed up zigzagging as the Sandlings route does best.
Indeed.
Walking round 3 sides of a field because going straight along one side will not do. Stopped for lunch to dress blisters. It wasn't quite important to me anyway.
and eat a nice roll,
Mm.
which I believe was ham, spinach and mustard.
Yes, I believe it was. No, there wasn't mustard.
There wasn't mine.
Was there?
Yeah.
You sure that wasn't the sultan?
No.
Was there mustard in
Yeah, I think that's what I was sold. I was sold on mustard in my bag.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah. Also saved me having to open the can of tuna and finding the right crisp to cut it into the flesh.
Yeah, it's different. Opening the tin with a crisp was quite a change.
But it was so cold, those crisps were just like iron. So they did well in the end. Then we were on from there, weren't we? We were sort of crossing fields. Yes, bent mortars, as you say. We sort of skirted that a bit.
Yes. I don't know why I laughed at Headed up to Tunstall. Not KT. Where did we go from there?
Then it was Snape, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Snape.
Towards Snape and over.
Snape Maltings.
It just didn't seem any end to
Yeah,
the
it
Sandlings
was a
walk on that
never-ending
day.
wasn't it? Did we start at 9:30, 10:45, something like that?
Yeah.
And I don't know what time it was. Snape, it was mid-afternoon, but we were only really about halfway, I think, or something like that. We must have been over halfway. But yes, it seemed. I think it didn't help that our pace dropped due to injuries, and the closer we got to the end point, the slower we went.
Yes.
So, yeah, we headed across towards kind of Aldborough direction, weaved our way through between Aldborough and Leiston, went round Thorpenest Mere, and then finally headed up to Sizewell, and it was about 7:30, I think, when we arrived at Sizewell.
That's right, kind of limping in to
Yeah.
Sizewell. There was I seem to remember here's the last straight, which seemed to be just a very long curvy road which didn't seem to end.
No, that last straight was about 2 miles long, I think. And
Yeah.
putting up the tent in the last of the light quickly. We had the best intentions to do it properly that night because we did have some issues getting the tent just so, but that kind of went out the window. We just had enough, so it went up. It was good enough.
Yeah.
Stuff went in the tent, and we then went off for food.
Hobbled down to the Vulcan Arms.
The Vulcan.
So we dropped off Isabel, waved goodbye, then went to get some dinner. Except at this point I ordered dinner, sat down and promptly felt very ill. And so then when my dinner came out, dinner I'd been looking forward to all day, I have to say. It was a nice steak meal. I just couldn't really eat it because I felt like I was going to vomit. And so that was a bit of a downer for me, I have to say. And I was rather cold, and the heat behind me, I was sat in front of a radiator which wasn't on, and the open fire. Don't know, it wouldn't really set a match on fire. No,
I think the radiator was sucking heat out of the room. It felt like it was rather chilly in there. And I had a delightful burger.
You did.
And we turned in for another night.
You had a shower?
I did. I had a shower, yes. It should be noted, I had showers both days.
He kept clean.
Dressed the blisters as always, and yes, turned in for a rather breezy night. Slightly warmer, but it was incredibly windy that night.
It was. That's the outdoor wind, not indoor wind.
Yes.
Yes.
We jettisoned a few tent pegs and then everything stayed in place.
Did we?
Yeah, a couple at the front.
Oh really?
That's why I considered going out in the night to put them back in, but I had a look and I thought,
nah, mate.
I thought, well, it seemed to be okay. It wasn't any great cause for concern, and I didn't really want to go to sleep back.
No.
So yes, we survived that one.
Again, I think I slept that night. I can't quite remember. I just remember being cold and wriggling around a lot. Couldn't get comfortable.
No songs in your head that night?
No. I managed to move on from Van Halen. There was some song kept making a little appearance, but I can't remember what it was now.
And then the final day.
Yes, I had a shower in the morning, just in case you were thinking I was being stinky. But I washed
And I have to say, it was a beach view, isn't it, at Sizewell?
Oh yes.
Lovely toilet block, I have to say.
Best toilet block I've seen on a campsite ever,
Lovely
I think.
shower. Yes, I think I would have to agree.
Mm.
Now, this might sound weird, you know, to intelligent men talking about the beauty of toilet blocks, but as my wife would say, on a walking trip, all your worries in life and the ideas of playing with your phone or going on the internet are totally out the window, and all you care about is somewhere warm to sleep, something hot to eat, and somewhere warm to have a wash. You say I was loving that shower in the morning.
The simple things meant everything that weekend.
That's right.
And I think you were feeling kind of 90% fitness, where you were kind of
yes,
back to as good as you could be with your cold and cough.
that's right. I was ready for the day that day.
And we hobbled down to Sizewell Cafe for breakfast that morning. It definitely was a hobble, because by this point it was taking us a while to free up the joints. When you stop, I found that my knees seized up, and as we went further on, the seizing up happened quicker, and the loosening up when we started walking took a lot longer. So it was definitely a hobble down to the cafe. A couple of paracetamol with as a side dish to breakfast.
That's
And,
Is it Susanna?
I think it might have been.
Yeah. She hooked us
Medium
up.
breakfast.
It's very good, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made our way in the loom of Sizewell A and B.
And the snow, of course.
Yes, it snowed again. But yes, we made our way up there along the coast for a while, didn't we?
And cut inland,
So through some forest.
up to Eastbridge, that kind of way. Zigzagging, of course.
Up to Dunwich, was it? Well, it was Dunwich Heath.
Yeah.
We came across passing Minsmere
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Reserve there, which is a very pretty area.
Stopped at the Coast Guard cottages for another gourmet tuna lunch. I decided to whip the knife out this time.
Yeah, had a bit of a run in with the locals, didn't
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the plot of Warriors by this point.
you? It was. Someone said, "That's not a knife." And so Pim had to say, "This is a knife."
Yeah.
And it was a little pen knife. And then that was that.
Yeah, all that.
It wasn't that kind of war. It wasn't that cold in the tent.
No. And then it was still north after that, really, wasn't it?
Towards Dunwich,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, and we ended up then coming into Walberswick.
Wick.
Walberswick. And heading out to that Bridle Way and across the little bridge, which I didn't even realise was there.
Which did exist. It was there. Which was well above the water, so there was no chance
It
of
was still
submersion.
standing.
Standing proud. Off the water.
Then down along Southwold Harbour and cruising into Southwold.
The final straight. We thought there was a big party at the end, but it was a
Well, it
mini
was a
rally
big party, yeah. Mini club.
for
had a
someone
big
else.
party.
Yeah. Wasn't for us. And yeah, we went to that pub.
The Red Line.
I thought it was the Red Line. I was thinking ship based, but no, the
No.
Red Line.
Jungle Beast based.
And we had a nice pint of Adnams, ghost ship. So that was our trip. That was the commentary of our trip. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this tea. The total we've raised so far is £600. Now we know that there are more donations to come in. In fact, I should thank my father Kevin Hesse really, because he took a sponsorship form and went around Felixstowe Dock, which is where he works as a lorry driver, and sort of speaking to lots of his contemporaries there. So he's come up with some donations there, but we haven't yet received all the donations. And some other private ones as well. But as I say, the total stands at £600, when in theory it is going to be more than that possibly about £800. We would like to thank Hayley Constable,
Karen Madison.
Chris Farrow.
You can't just jump over there.
I can. As your mate.
Adi Narayanan.
Dorothy Baines.
Dan and Sinead.
Isabel Cocaine.
Bev Townley.
Julie Bloomfield.
Brunus van Lutterveld.
Francois Steenkamp.
Anonymous.
Anonymous, who's quite generous with the donations. Anonymous donated quite a few times.
Yes, good old boy.
Keith Parmenter.
The Rout family.
Tom Rout.
The Bradbrooks, my mum and dad.
Mark and Viv Flatman.
Daniel Dodson.
John Shemming.
Amina Rahman.
Dudley Felton.
Justin Felton.
And the infamous Paul Felton.
Adrian Dickerson.
Adam and Naomi Honeybell.
Swee Ho.
Akbar Noor.
Kieran Jane.
Sharon Ayres.
Gwyn and Bob.
Sue Hesse.
Paul Manderson.
Ross Farley.
Debs Tarrant.
And Sam Thurlow. We thank you very much. Are you thanking? It's a thank you from him.
A thank you from me.
And a thank you from me. And him.